Looking ahead to this week, now that the hurricane has passed, though the cleanup will take a while, especially in some Gulf Coast cities, Florida's spaceports are resuming launches. Firstly, though, on the other side of the country, at Vandenberg in California, on Monday, October 3rd at 7:56 p.m. Eastern Time, 2131 UTC, SpaceX will launch another batch of Starlink satellites. Tuesday, October 4th at 5:36 p.m. Eastern, 2136 UTC, a ULA Atlas V will launch from Cape Canaveral with the SES-20 and SES-21 geostationary communication satellites for SES of Luxembourg. Atlas will fly in the 531 configuration with a 5-meter fairing, 3 SRBs, and a single-engine Centaur upper stage. This launch was supposed to happen last Friday, but then Hurricane Ian interfered. On Wednesday, October 5th, starting at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, 12:30 UTC, is continuous live coverage of the Crew 5 launch to the ISS from Launch Complex 39A at Kennedy Space Center on a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. Now, this launch was delayed a couple of times, once by apparently the booster was damaged in transit to the launch pad, and again, it was bumped a couple of days by Hurricane Ian. On board the Crew Dragon Endurance spacecraft will be NASA astronauts Nicole Mann and Josh Cassada, Japanese astronaut Koichi Wakata, and Russian cosmonaut Anna Kikina. It's been a while since a Russian female cosmonaut was on board the space station. I don't even recall the last one. Endurance previously flew on the Crew 3 mission. The launch itself is at 12 p.m. Eastern, 1600 UTC. There's a post-launch news conference 90 minutes later. Docking will be the following day, October 6th, at 4:57 p.m. Eastern, 1657 UTC. And hatch opening is a couple of hours later at 6:42 p.m. Eastern, 2242 UTC. The welcoming comments occur about 90 minutes after that at 8:10 p.m. Eastern, 0010 UTC. Now, I'll be providing a 36-hour continuous live stream of the whole mission for you. I will try to get my hands on a higher resolution feed than the pitiful 720p that NASA broadcasts, but no guarantees. Fingers crossed, though. Also on Wednesday the 5th, at 1:04 p.m. Eastern, 1704 UTC, a Rocket Lab Electron rocket will launch from New Zealand with the Gazelle satellite, formerly known as the Orbital Test Bed 3 for General Atomics. Gazelle carries the Argos 4 advanced data collection system for NOAA, the U.S. Space Force, and the French space agency CNES. Argos 4 will collect environmental data such as atmospheric pressure, ocean surface temperature, and even wildlife and animal tracking through some sort of spectroscopy, I presume. They won't be tracking individual animals from space. In honor of the payload, this mission is named It Argos Up From Here. Rocket Lab will not attempt to recover the first stage booster this time. Thursday, October 6th, at 7:07 p.m. Eastern Time, 2307 UTC, a SpaceX Falcon 9 will launch the Galaxy 33 and 34 geostationary communication satellites for Intelsat, which will provide C-band video and TV broadcast services in the United States. Here's a fun fact. The NASA UHD 4K channel is transmitted via the Galaxy 13 satellite, also operated by Intelsat and JSAT. Galaxy 13, also called Horizons 1, was launched on October 1st, 2003, exactly 19 years ago as of yesterday. Unfortunately, the Galaxy 13 satellite feed is NASA's only 4K broadcast, and it mostly features Earth view replays and science segments. It doesn't typically include live events such as launches and spacewalks. Now, I have heard that NASA is working on implementing 4K broadcasting to the rest of their streams and offerings, but as for when that's going to be rolled out, I have no idea. short time later, at 8:47 p.m. Eastern on the 6th, or 047 UTC on the 7th, an Epsilon rocket from the Japanese space agency JAXA will launch RAISE-3, or the Rapid Innovative Payload Demonstration Satellite 3, which contains 7 technology demonstrations that were chosen by the public. Then on Friday, October 7th at 9:20 a.m. Eastern, 1320 UTC, a Chinese smartdragon 3 rocket will launch the Centispace 1 S5 and S6 satellites. No live coverage is expected. smartdragon 3, also called Zhilong 3, is a small solid-fueled vehicle capable of launching 3,300 pounds, or 1,500 kilograms of payload, to a 310-mile high, or 500-kilometer, sun-synchronous orbit. It was developed by China Rocket Company Limited, a subsidiary of the state-owned CASC Group.